Today we're in beautiful Moab, Utah, reviewing the Stanton Switch9er. Today we're riding Captain Ahab, high massa up, all the way up, and upper Ahab and lower Ahab. What a great test for an aggressive hardtail. So the Stanton Switch9er is like a 29er version of the Stanton Switchback. One of their best-selling models. I've never ridden a Switchback. This is my first Stanton I've ridden, and I'm liking it a lot. Comfortable frame, doesn't feel overbuilt, it climbs well. Yeah, this is a nice modern bike. Not as extreme as some, like the Kona Hanzo ESD, but it's just a great all-rounder modern bike. It feels very comfortable and familiar to what I'm already riding all the time. So that is the Moby Dick Whale Rock. Captain Ahab was the captain in the book Moby Dick. And there's a ship looking rock up here, but that's the Moby Dick Whale Rock. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is a great little climber. Feels a little bit over forked on some of the climbs, so it wouldn't be my first choice for an XC ride, at least not with a 140 fork. Great little bike. It's one of those where I just hop on it and the bike disappears and I just ride. I don't have to remember, don't have to do anything crazy, shift my body position. You just ride it and it works really well. I've been talking to Dan Stanton, the owner of Stanton Bikes. Been emailing with him about frame design and compliance and stiffness and strength, and that man knows so much about hardtails and steel compounds and frame design. It's really cool to pick his brain and learn from him. He knows so much. I have so much respect for Stanton Bikes and all of the knowledge that Dan has. All right, here we are at the top of Captain Ahab, starting the descent. That was nice and in control. I prefer the 140 fork over a 150, that's for sure. Smooth frame. Really smooth, not beating me up. I do feel a bit of what I always feel on a 140, 150 bike. On these drops, the front end just, the geo changes a lot. Still, it's not too bad. 140 is a sweet spot for a pretty aggressive trail bike. Hey, while we're filming this review, we ran across Eric. He's a subscriber. Nice to meet you, Eric.
Hey, how's it going today?
Thanks, man. You guys having fun?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Right on. Thanks for saying hi. Have a good one.
See you later.
This bike steers really well. It's easy to manual over stuff. Just fun. Bike's good through that technical jank. Front end wants to lift just a little. What a fun bike though, wow. This trail on a hardtail, you can't get going too fast because there are a few sharp edges that just overwhelm you and slam the back wheel. So you gotta ride at a medium pace, at least I do. I don't want to destroy these beautiful zip wheels. Nice control. It's really super comfortable on this bike with these wheels. You got a compliant frame, compliant wheels, great geo, an amazing fork. Not a lot of people ride Ahab on hardtails, but not a lot of people have access to a hardtail that's amazing either. All right. This bike has tackled this trail like a champ. Made it really easy. This is a big move most people walk.
Yeah!
So yeah, this bike feels real comfortable. I know right where the wheels are. Some bikes take like 10 rides to get used to. This one, the second I hopped on it, feels a lot like my Banshee Paradox, a lot like my RSD Middle Child. A lot of bikes out of the UK have super long chainstays. I don't know why, just kind of their style. So I was happy to see this one had nice, short, playful chainstays, and it's fun. I want to take a quick moment to say thank you to my amazing patrons. This YouTube channel is my full-time job, and I can barely support a family on it. And those of you who make enough extra income that can afford $5 a month to support this, really, really help. It makes these videos possible. I could not do it without my patrons, and I need more patrons. So if you've benefited from this channel in any way, and you're in a position to contribute financially, go to patreon.com/hardtailparty. You'll get access to all my behind the scenes stuff on Instagram, early sneak peeks at bikes, direct one-on-one access. Anyway, thanks so much to all of you. I really appreciate it. I also want to tell you about the hip pack I'm wearing today. It's made by Lab Austere. MTB Yum Yum turned me onto this, and it's become one of my all-time favorite hip packs. Fantastic. I've got a discount code for you in the description below. So if you're looking for a great hip pack that doesn't shift around but carries a good deal of water, it can't fit big things like a shock pump or a pump, but for a quick 2 or 3 hour ride, I think it's a fantastic option. If you order using the link below, it helps support this channel and doesn't cost you anything. In fact, you get a discount. All right, let's get back to the review. All right, now we're getting to the little bit faster section of this trail. Oh, that manual is so nice. All right, here we go. The thing about hardtails is they don't break like full suspensions. The back wheel's skipping around so much it doesn't do a whole lot. And that makes the front dance around a little. So if you start getting fast and get out of control, you can't slow it down, it just starts bucking. So I rein it in so I don't ever get to that point. Still, riding this trail on a hardtail is rowdy but fun. You have to be a little bit mental to want to do it. I've had 0 pedal strikes today. The bottom bracket doesn't feel high, it feels good in the corners, but just the right length without being too low to get pedal strikes. So I think I actually could under fork this to 130. That's how I'd ride it. What a neat bike. Oh, what a great balance between playful and controlled. Really easy bike to ride. Every now and then, the front feels a little bit choppery. It doesn't feel as slack as the Hanzo ESD, which is 63 degrees. But at the top of some slow climbs, I have felt a little bit like the front end wanted to wander just a little, and I don't usually feel that on hardtails for some reason. bumpy here. Even on a compliant hardtail, it's bumpy. There's a huge drop line on the left there. Never ever hitting that on a hardtail. Probably never hitting it on a full suspension either. This bike's super easy to maneuver. It corners really well. Goes right where you put it. Some bikes feel like a barge and you have to, you're making a corner and like, go just a little bit tighter. But not this. It goes right where you want it to. What a quiet bike too. Bike's really composed on steeps. It never looks like it on GoPros, but it is a steep section there. Here comes my favorite section. Man, it is blown out right now. A lot of bunny hops to keep that back end light. Can't see it on video, but man, I'm jumping around like crazy on the back end to keep from slamming into the corners. The square edged hits. More sand than rock. It's a slippery move here. Yeah, we got it. What a trail. What a bike. Man. Oh, that was so good. What a bike. It should go without saying that if you can clean Captain Ahab on a hardtail like that with zero issues, total control, I had 0 dabs. That's just a testament to how amazing this bike is. That is a very hard trail on a hardtail. You have to take it easy. You have to calculate how hard your back wheel is going to slam into things. You have to unweight all the time. You have to keep your speed in so you don't come in just blasting too hot where you can't brake. Let's break this bike down. Climbing, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The front end wanders a little bit, and I'm not quite sure why. I might need a little bit longer stem. Cornering, 10 out of 10. It corners really well, super confident. Descending, I'm going to give it a 9.3 out of 10. It descends really well. It's not quite as confident as something like the Kona Hanzo ESD, or even my Banshee Paradoxes feels a little bit more composed than this on the downs. It still feels good, but something's just a tiny bit off for my size. I'm 5'6". I've been riding for 25 years, mostly hardtails. I do ride full suspensions too. I grew up with a BMX racing background and I like to pump everything and get light. My goal is not to ride as fast as humanly possible everywhere. I like the slow tech, and this bike did really well in the slow tech. Playfulness, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. It's a nice, fun balance between stable and planted and still playful, easy to play around on and hop around on. I highly recommend this bike. This is a great bike, and I think a lot of people would be happy on a hardtail like this. It's just a great, easy to ride bike anywhere. I think for my type of riding, I'd rather ride this with a 130 fork. And I don't know what else I'd change. I think that'd be maybe a 50 mil stem instead of a 40. Man, what a bike. I love that I can run my seat so far down. I love how short the chainstays are. It's just right. It's got that perfect balance between playfulness where I can lift it up in manual and still feels planted on the chunk. Not as playful as a Chameleon or my middle child or the Kona Hanzo ESD with a 415 super short chainstay, but it's really well balanced, and man, what a great bike. It rides like a great steel hardtail. Not harsh, doesn't feel heavy, doesn't feel overbuilt, it doesn't feel like a wet noodle. Really nice feel to this bike. Stanton has a fantastic reputation for making wonderful hardtails, and I can see why. So thank you, Stanton, for sending this. If you're interested in this bike, there's a link in the description below where you can learn more about it. And if you want to support this channel and help see it succeed, I need more patrons. I need more people to chip in. Because I do reviews, I don't have a bike sponsor. Let's pretend Stanton sponsored me and paid me 20 grand a year to run this channel. That would make it impossible to review another Stanton objectively, and it'd make it impossible to be objective with their competition as well. So I don't have a bike sponsor. That means I make less money through that, but it also means I get to keep it open for more reviews, so I'm not biased toward those. And that's what this channel is all about, is being unbiased. And the way to do that is through patrons and people supporting the channel and saying, hey, I like Hardtail Party. I like him as a creator. I want to support him and help him be able to make more stuff because it appeals to me and doesn't just entertain me, but educates me as well. Thanks for watching. There's a party in the mountains and you're invited.